just up in Sydney. Got up here at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and up again at 7:45. Just going to tidy up the truck, finish off make the bed, and grab something to eat. So I'll just tidy up this bed a little bit. Now that's something you don't hear too many. So for getting out of the camera there, for too many. That's one of the things you got to do. Not too many videos show the mundane things you got to do. Tidy up your bed. Now I actually have sheets and a blanket, things like that. I have all that. Won't do a perfect job. We've got another day to go. And who knows, I might even have a 30-minute nap on the way home, which usually ends up 45. So this is one of the things you have to do when you're driving. It's not just driving and having lots of fun. You also got to make the bed. Now you don't have to do what I do. I got a mattress pad, like a foam, memory foam pad that goes over the top, makes it a little bit more softer. I need that. So that's just to tidy up the bed. Now you don't have to use a sleeping bag, which I used to do at one stage when I didn't have a permanent truck, travelling everywhere and in our different trucks. It made more sense to have a sleeping bag with a liner in it. Just wash the liner once a week when you do your laundry. So that's the bed made. Now we'll have something to eat. Lucky enough that I have a microwave I can heat something up in. A lot of the trucks don't. Put my plate inside a towel. Now that's so it doesn't rattle down the road. Some people take them out and you got to put them back in. I just put a towel in there, stop it from rattling, which it will do. Put it on the oh look, it's doing things and I haven't done nothing yet. So let's see what we've got. Now I just buy frozen meals. I actually bought these. They're light and easy things, but called U-Food. Not really keen on them. Don't know whether I'd buy them again, but we'll see how we go. We've got steak and a creamy mushroom sauce. So it looks like it's got a bit of mashed potato and some peas in it. So we'll see how that goes. So we'll put this on for a little while, heat it up. You have to go a little bit longer, I find anyway. You can't just put these in any truck, just put one in. You've got to have an inverter. And I believe that's a 2000 watt inverter that's in the locker below. Wouldn't mind the end of the plug somewhere so I can plug other things in, but one day we'll get to that. So that's how I heat up my meals. Bring everything with me. You don't have to do it this way. You can eat out all the time and spend money that way. It depends on your personal circumstances. If you're single, I sit on the road all the time. I never had the microwave. That's only a recent thing that I've had in the last couple of years. So, you know, I didn't have the opportunity. If you're truck stops or picking up loads from customers, sometimes you use their microwaves. You've got lunchrooms and microwaves. I've done that quite a number of times. But then you've got to have that meal with you. Just ways to save money, you know. If you're single, it probably doesn't matter so much. If you're living in the truck, on the road for the week or 2 weeks at a time. Just it's all up to you. I used to get quite a bit of takeaway in the early days, and have 2 decent sit-down meals a week, which isn't many, but just the way I used to do. But you had to have to do laundry, because I was away for probably 2 or 3 weeks at a time then, and had to do laundry and things like that, so I had to fit all that in. Actually found a great place when I was up in Sydney one time that went to this laundry and they actually do it all for you, and it cost me $10, so I bet you it doesn't do that now. But back a few years back, that was quite good, and they'd wash it, fold it, put it back in the bag for you, and yeah, it was a fantastic place to go to. But of course you're not always in the same place at the same time, so you could be there middle of the night. It's telling me I need to take me dinner out, so I'll check this. All right, it could be a little bit hotter. I can feel the bottom's not that hot. We'll leave it here. Have to show the bad sides of truck driving. It's not, as you know, it's be boring. You'll be sitting around a lot, and yeah, it's not just driving and although you do a lot of that, but it's not always that. There is other sides to it as well, so things you got to remember. Sitting around, boredom sort of does get you. You just got to find something to do. We have a hobby. You learn a lot of things on the internet, so if you got the data to do it, search the internet, try and learn some things. I know someone who learned a language, was trying to. Books are always good, the e-books I think they're called. They're always good. Yeah, so you will sit around a lot, sort of plan your day when you're going to get up and things like that. I plan to get up like probably an hour and a half before I have to go. I don't want to get up too early, but that's just me. That's just the way I work. I know it all depends on how you do things, and you know, how much sleep you need, and there's no right or wrong. Probably wrong if you don't get enough sleep. Plan your day. That's the big thing. Plan your day. Don't stay up, you know, 2 hours before your trailers are going to go, and anticipate just in case it does go a little bit early. That's why I sort of give myself an hour and a half, so if they call, I can actually skip this part of it, skip dinner, just quickly make the bed, get the trailers and go, grab something down the road. Somewhere you're going to stop, you have to have a regulation break anyway, and then you can pick up a meal on the road, get some takeaway or grab some sandwiches somewhere, save the meal for another night. So that's it. I'm going to attempt to eat this dinner. They've been hit and miss. Some have been good, some have been bad. All depends on what you like. But you got to try these things and find what you like. I have a lot of, I still got sandwiches and things like that. Sometimes I just have soup, you know, it depends. Really depends on the day, what I feel like. I usually got a little container that I just throw some cup of soup in or something like that. In case you get stuck somewhere and you run out of meals or you break down. Try and have something with you to just carry over if you break down for a couple of hours. I usually got some snacks, chips, things like that. Just buy those small packets. It's just something to, you know, get you by. I got some yogurts, things like that. Make sure you got plenty of drinks. That's probably the main thing. Make sure you got plenty of waters, things like that. If you break down, which I have once before, didn't have enough drinks, I actually run out, and actually a mechanic come out and I asked him to buy a drink on the way out and a pie. So then they didn't fix the truck anyway. Had to stay another night where I was. So they were sending out a tow truck next day. It was actually on a weekend. But that things happen. You got to be prepared for it. I was lucky enough to be able to go into town and get a motel, so caught a taxi in there. I wasn't that far away from a town, so come back out the truck the next day because there's no way I was going to stay. I was right on the edge of the road and there was no way I was going to stay out there tonight. So, alright, we'll leave it there. I'm going to eat this and I'll go hook up my trailers and we'll head off back to Melbourne, do it all again.